Welcome to the Spartan Up Podcast. I'm Kevin Paulus, Jackson Bast, and McKaylee. What are we going with here?
I don't know, I'm nervous.
Okay.
McKaylee Effin, I guess.
Okay. Perfect.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Quick? Something happened about 20 minutes before we hosted the podcast. I would like to claim that I am the proud owner of McKayleeFNMiller.com.
Nice.
She was making fun of me at some point, and I was like, oh my gosh, hold on. And I was going to make it my email, make it McKayleeFNMiller@gmail.com, but she already had that.
And there are people freaking out right now. They're like, why does he keep saying effing? It's actually your last name. ESFEN.
Nope. Close. EFFAN.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
My bad.
But
Did you? Is it correct on the on the URL? You got it.
I made sure I got that right.
So that way I never have to do it again.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit. Now that we get that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about MBU athletics. Let's start with women's volleyball. Jackson, a couple of sweeps last week over Culver Stockton and William Woods, 3-0, obviously in both of those. Big story, Gabby Yakubowska, 1,500 kills in her career now. That's pretty good. That ain't bad.
No, that's not bad at all. Taking over I think she was fourth, and I have to do some more research to figure out like how close she is to continuing to climb up that leaderboard. But I mean, a monumental part of this Spartans offense for the last 4 years of the program has, unfortunately, I believe she was not on they're one of those national championship teams, so is yet to sing a ring. But of course, hopefully one coming in her future. But those two big sweeps, they took a little bit. It took them to get to the third set in that Culver Stockton match for them to finally get in rhythm. They struggled early in that match, but I mean, honestly, I remember talking to Coach Oakes, and she's like, "Oh, don't you love it when it takes 3 sets for us to start getting in rhythm?" But no, it was a good couple of sweeps all around.
18-5 on the year, 10-1 in the Heart of America, and they got a little bit of help as well as Grandview lost last week to Mid-America Nazarene. So now we're all tied at the top of the Heart of America. A couple of matches this week, both at home, as Missouri Valley will be here Tuesday night, and then Peru State will be the visitor on Saturday. So come on out and see women's volleyball as they get back to action this week and try to stay atop the Heart of America. Let's talk a little bit about soccer, men's soccer, women's soccer. Both of them played Mount Mercy on Saturday, and McKaylee, pretty good results.
Yeah, so men's and women's both won. Men's was able to win 5-0, which whenever I was looking at the score while I was gone, I saw 0-5, and it scared me. I was worried. I was like, no way we are losing 0-5. Then I clicked on it, and it said 5-0, and I was like, that's great. And I was so impressed, honestly, because when I was looking at it, it said we were, I believe, 3-0 at first, yeah. And then I was looking at the stats, and it said Keegan Ranney had 2 goals already, and he had that 3rd-point assist off that goal from Jake Champion. And so, I mean, that was really impressive. So impressive that he was able to get Hart Offensive Player of the Week, as well as Evan
Bash, correct.
He also got Defensive Player of the Week because he had 10 saves and had a shutout, which is very impressive as a goalie. And that was his 2nd shutout of his career of the season. So overall, really impressive for those two. They are going to be playing against Baker this Wednesday at 1 p.m. And then they also play at Clark on Saturday at 4 p.m.
And then women's soccer also playing at Mount Mercy. They had a little bit tougher time, but got the win. Our old friend Natalie Gum with a couple of goals in that one, Jackson.
No, that was really good to see. Natalie looked like a fierce competitor out there. And honestly, it was great. We were controlled, but we lost our poise. We were up 3-0. And they were able to put down a pair of goals to bring them within one.
Yeah, within 2:09. They in the 70th or 71st and 73rd minute, as they say in soccer. So back-to-back goals within like 2 minutes. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
I mean, they had 20 more minutes. You think, oh gosh, they could get that rhythm back, but the Spartan defense held on to get that 3-2 victory over Mount Mercy.
Yeah, and I mean, Natalie Gum and Keegan Ranney both leading the Spartans in total points. Keegan has 11 points total on the season, and Natalie with 9 points. So overall, really impressive. They also play Baker on Wednesday, but at 4 p.m., and then the women's team plays Clark on Saturday at 5 p.m.
Let's talk a little bit about men's tennis for a second. Big upset over number 13 Morningside. They win 4-3 in that match. And the interesting thing is our doubles team, which is going to ITA Nationals like tomorrow or something, maybe Wednesday. We lost the doubles point, but came back and won 4 of the 6 singles. Obviously, very impressive there. But Ruslan Anurev, really impressive for him because he lost the first set 1-6 and then came back and won 7-6, 6-3. And that was, the point that got him the victory over number 13 Morningside. That was the difference that come from behind. So impressive for them. For the men's team, they win 4-3. Women's, not quite as well. They lost 5-2 to Morningside. And as I mentioned, our top doubles team of Sebastian Jungins and Luca da Silva Ebenreiter, they're headed to the ITA Cup as they qualified in the regional a couple of weeks ago. So that ITA Cup tournament will start on Thursday. I would imagine they'll probably head out maybe tomorrow for that. So best of luck to the both of them. And then bowling, just real quick, I'll give an update. Women's bowling finished 5th out of 29 teams in their opening tournament. Savannah Sheldberg was 5th out of 245 golfers. Let's try bowlers. Bowlers is better. So, yeah, a great performance by her. Emily Wagner finished 22nd as well. The men's side, not quite as well, 17th out of 29. Bryson Hicks was the low or high man, actually, for the bowlers, 67th out of 319. So the only other sport I think that we haven't covered, men's and women's cross country, and they weren't in action and won't be in action until the 25th.
Yeah, and I was gonna tease you a little bit for it seems like you almost said low score, other golf on
I
the
did.
brain, and
I did.
I don't know if we got to talk about how they finished with when we finished it last week, but of course the men's took third in the MBU Golf Invitation, and the women finished sixth.
That's right. Yep. And the men finished behind William Woods. Women finished behind. There was a bunch of teams in the tournament. They struggled a little bit last week in the MBU Invitational. And then looking forward, like I said, cross country on October 25th. They'll be back in action with the NAIA Great Lakes Challenge. And then one other note we talked about before we came on, winter sports about to get underway. We're going to talk with Taylor Jarvis here in a second about the Spartan Madness that's coming up on Friday. But Thursday of this week is the Navy and White men's wrestling. And take it away, Jackson. That's right in your wheelhouse, man.
Yeah, probably the only sport that I would definitely say is right in my wheelhouse, serving as their primary contact. But honestly, if there's somebody who can get me hyped about wrestling and hyped about his team, it is Coach Mick Alfresh. He is talking a lot of action, a lot of excitement. I know it's a lot to ask the Spartan faithful to travel for 2 nights, but I'm telling you, if you come on Thursday night, you will not be sorry. That's going to be great. Fireworks. I mean, a lot of returners coming in, a couple fresh faces, and they're all going to leave it on the mat.
And for those of you that don't know, the Navy and White, basically, they're wrestling for a quote unquote starting spot against St. Ambrose the following week when they start the regular season. So the dudes that win on Thursday night are in the starting 10 for the following week. Now, maybe it stays that way, maybe it doesn't throughout the season, because I know Caleb has, at any point in time, you can challenge for the top spot. You got to, put it out there. Hey, I want to wrestle for it or whatever. And they schedule it. And, that's how the lineup may change, or it could just be, tournament results may be like, hey, this dude went 4-2, you went 2-3. This next, or 2, and you never lose 3 unless you're in the, whatever. Anyway, so that's an opportunity. It's just an exciting night. I mean, even those of you that don't know anything or much about wrestling, I think show up on Thursday is going to be exciting.
No, yeah, a lot of high level wrestling and a good preview for what the season holds. There's a lot of promise, and I would love to be able to put a little bit. I'll get to finally get some first looks at the team. I know you had gotten to go to a couple of the wrestle offs, and you were pretty.
I love going to the wrestle offs, man. And the fact that they had a couple injuries and had to cancel some, I was like, I was planning my entire day
I know.
about being in the wrestling room at 2:30, and it just it was a letdown. So
I think you guys should have, what do they call that, a match?
I don't
A
know.
wrestling match, you two?
I don't know.
You don't think?
I'm pretty quick for my size.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got 2 bum shoulders and a couple bum knees.
And he's
So
still.
he may have a chance.
I don't think I would actually.
Have you ever wrestled?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think you have, right?
Maybe
a little.
maybe a little bit. So,
I thought I would in high school, but it just seemed a little weird to me.
It seems like a really big missed opportunity. You actually have. Oh no, you've used all. Well, no, you have 10 semesters to use 4 years, and you've used none of your years in the NAI for women's wrestling. So you could wrestle this year for Coach Prater. I could make a call.
I think I'm okay. I think my body's done. So
That's
do you start hurting?
Do I start hurting?
Like whenever you wrestle,
I mean,
like
a little sore, but
like during lacrosse, my shins, my legs all hurt. What hurts whenever you wrestle? I guess your whole body.
yeah, I mean, but you're using, certain things, but you know what? Your adrenaline's pumping so much when you're wrestling, you don't even think about it.
Okay.
And actually freestyle wrestling, which is what the women compete in, is less intensive on your body than folk style like the men do.
All right, perfect. Well, come to the match on Thursday, and I will be wrestling. I don't know, Zoo. I guess I'll be on Navy. I don't know how that works.
Promising.
we'll talk to Caleb. We'll get you on a team. So yeah, Navy and White coming up on Thursday in the SRC. I think at 6:00 start. It's fairly early. I don't want to give the wrong time. But 6:00 start.
The website, it says.
Yeah, in the SRC. So that's a look around all sports. We didn't talk football because there was no football this past week. They will take on William Penn this weekend. So another ranked opponent on the schedule for football. So we'll see how that goes as they get back to action. 1-4 on the year. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Taylor Jarvis, who is going to tell us all about this week's Spartan Madness coming up on Friday. So stick with us on the Spartan Up Podcast. Welcome back to the Spartan Up Podcast, now joined by Taylor Jarvis, the men's head basketball coach here at Missouri Baptist. Taylor, thanks for being with us.
Yep. How's it going? I'm excited to be on.
It's going good. So let's talk a little bit about your team. I looked at your roster before this. I don't know any of these guys. You brought in all new guys this year. What's up with that?
Faces.
Yeah.
So we have 8 freshmen or redshirt freshmen. So we're younger in some positions. Our biggest key returners are Ty Elder, Austin Lewis, and Preston Fortner.
Right.
So those 3 guys are coming back. They know me. They know the system. They're coming back even better. Ty's coming off an injury. But there's a ton of new faces. But I'm really excited about the group right now through practice. They've done a really good job just meshing, coming together, being tough, physical. We've adjusted and recruited to fix a few issues last year that I thought we had on the defensive end. I think our personnel is going to be a lot better suited to be more competitive in the heart, to be good defensively, and to hang our hat there. But there's definitely been some teaching with 8 freshmen. There's a lot of teaching. There's a lot of patience that we've had to have as a staff. But they've all been willing, eager, and it's been a lot of fun coaching them. So I'm really excited about this team, and we'll see how they put everything together here. November 1st is that first game, and we'll be ready to go, ripping and roaring, and go out there and put on a show is what we're planning to do.
Yeah, year 2 for you, and it's a process. I mean, you I heard you talking with Scott Patterson today about, really kind of building, expectations for this year's team, but really just kind of building it, as you go into your second and third and fourth year type thing.
Yeah, and it's establishing, my background's in player development, so I want to get some young guys and mixed in with some older guys, but I want to get guys that are about developing, that I can invest in, that I'm going to have for multiple years. And I think we have a really good freshman group that's going to establish a great foundation, a great culture. So moving forward, we can be one of the best teams in the heart. But this year we'll lack some of the experience, but we don't lack the talent. I believe we got the talent, but it might take a year to really put some of this stuff together.
And, Coach, we have this Spartan Madness event coming up Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Kind of talk a little about it.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get out there. The big thing I want to get, I want to talk to the fans. I want Spartan Nation to come out, talk to all the people, talk to the students that are going to be in the crowd. I want our games to have a great atmosphere. I think this is a great way for our basketball team, our fall sports to connect with campus so they know when our home games are. They can get a little image of what games are going to be like this year. We got some high flyers. We got some really good transfers coming in that can score the ball. We're going to play fast, physical, aggressive. So it should be a really fun brand of basketball to watch. So the Spartan Madness is hopefully going to captivate all of that with our scrimmage, our three-point contest. We'll have a student contest to come in where they're going to compete against each other, win some prizes. There's going to be some shirts. Overall, it's going to be a really fun event that basketball gets to connect with campus. And that's what I'm really excited about. I want to make sure that the students on campus know who I am. They know that I'm all about supporting Missouri Baptist and their programs, and I want them to come out and support us so we can have one of the best environments in the heart of America, and we can really represent. This team's going to be nitty-gritty and physical, so I want our student section to be the same. So let's get rowdy a little bit here Friday and practice that, so then when we get teams coming in here, we can put on a little bit of a show. And it can be kind of a loud box in there. We can get that thing going. But it's going to be a fun event. It's Friday, 8:30 p.m. They're having a little student meet and greet. I think they're going to have some food, some hors d'oeuvres.
They better now.
Or
They better now, since you just said there was going to be there.
I hope
so.
I didn't step over. There's going to be free shirts. I know there's shirts, but I know they're having a student event before that
Right.
to get people in. I'm actually having a dinner with my families or my team's families, so it's going to be fun. I'm really excited. It's kind of the kickoff to Spartan basketball. So
you said about 3 years ago, you guys did a Spartan Madness.
yes.
So are you guys trying to change anything from that previous one that you want to stand out more for this Spartan Madness?
I think the biggest thing is just making sure that the student section is involved. We want to make sure that it's ran well and showcases both basketball teams and make sure it highlights winter sports. So really no changes. It's just really trying to revamp and to make this thing an annual thing.
Yeah, for
Make sure that, we have a Spartan Madness to kick off basketball and winter sports.
For sure.
And that's the big thing, to make sure we establish that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was a student the past 4 years, and I had never heard of Spartan Madness until recently. And whenever I heard about it, I was like, man, that sounds like something I would totally want to be a part of as a student and as a worker here. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to be a part of that on Friday, and I think we all are.
I got a year or two on you, but I remember the old, well, you didn't have to agree with me. I remember, Midnight Madness. That was like in NCAA, and that's gone by the wayside because all the regulations have changed and all that stuff as far as when they can start practice and things like that. But I really, I like that this sort of tradition is going to be brought back again, because that was some of my favorite. You'd stay up till midnight because some of those, they started at 11 because they're on the East Coast, and ESPN would be airing them live and all that stuff. So it's really in that spirit that we're doing that for the most part, and trying to replicate that a little bit from many years.
Yeah. And college basketball nowadays, there's so many transfers, there's so many new faces each year. So it's a great way to make sure students know and they have interactions with our players, and fans are able to come out and see who our new players are and get a feel on the team. So I think it's fantastic. And there's a lot of Division I and high major programs that are doing the same thing now. And we're a high-level program, and we got high-level athletics, so we're going to do the same stuff there.
Yeah, I think that's cool though too for your transfers, like coming in and being able to see that right off the bat, that like MBU is a great place to be, and overall Spartan Madness is going to get them so excited. I'm sure they already are for preseason. Maybe not. I think preseason's the toughest part, but yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
conditioning,
oh yeah, too much
adversity.
conditioning.
But no, I agree. And the big part of being able to add their families, that element is really important to me. So then I can have conversations with their parents before season, and we can talk about preseason. We can talk about some of the struggle that their sons have gone through, or some of the growth that I've seen with their time in the weight room, with conditioning on the floor. And then just so they have an expectation for what their role is, and how their son is going to be handled and treated and coached the whole year. So it's really important to me that we keep having this, so we can have that connection with the students, as well as I can include my families within the team.
We don't want to keep you too long because we'll have an opportunity with a weekly coaches show to talk about men's and women's basketball. Just men's for you. We won't expect you to do the women's.
I'll do
coach.
some research.
Okay,
Yeah. If I need to, I'll talk about.
But yeah, we'll keep this one a little bit short. But we'll have an opportunity later to talk to you on the podcast, on the coaches show, all that stuff. But one last time, Friday night, what time? What's going to happen?
Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Carl and Dolores Petty, SRC.
He's closing his eyes because he's like, wait, let me get all the details
had
here.
to focus.
Okay. Yeah.
And
And now he just broke it.
yeah, it's gonna be a great event, and I'll be speaking. I'll be on the mic a little bit to try to engage with some of the students. So come in ready to get a new shirt and ready to bring some energy, and we're gonna do our best as a program to get you guys excited for Spartan basketball.
That's Taylor Jarvis, men's head basketball coach here at Missouri Baptist, and we'll be back in a minute on the Spartan Up Podcast. Back for our final segment here on the Spartan Up Podcast with McKaylee and Jackson. I'm Kevin, and we always take this last segment to talk about what we are most excited about as far as Spartan athletics, and we're going to let McKaylee go first this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be back for one, but to watch.
We're excited to have you back, actually.
Oh my gosh! Oh my, I feel so special. Wow. But I'm excited to just see all the sports overall, but mainly men's soccer because they are playing another receiving boats team, and I mean they performed 5-0 against Mount Mercy, so I'm hoping that they can get 6-0 against.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, I mean 6 goals. That's really not a lot. I mean, come on, like it can't be that hard.
Well, you're used to like beating teams in lacrosse like 25-2.
I know.
Stuff like
I really struggle watching like low scoring sports. Yeah, it just stresses me out. I'm like it just shoot it, dude. They can't be that hard. And like the ball size compared to the net size, and then same with lacrosse.
proportionally. Yeah.
Yeah, that word. It just seems like it'd be so easy. And have I told you guys that I had a dream that I was on the soccer team and I scored? And I was like, guys, it's literally not that hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
She even talks trash in her dreams.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, man.
It's not. I mean, come on.
All right, Jackson. What are you most excited for?
Gosh, I don't know 100%, but obviously there's part of my excitement comes with the men's wrestling on Thursday.
And
But
me wrestling.
and what
And me wrestling on Thursday.
if
If we can find you an opponent, anyone that wants to challenge you.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's as big as.
no, I mean if anybody, hey, out there to all the listeners, we'll put you in a singlet, we'll put McKaylee in a singlet, and we'll just see anybody. Well, you have
Wait,
to
who was?
you have to be a lady.
Should it be Ellie Malish? Since she
Because of
would.
the arms?
Yeah, because of the arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
Are you challenging Ellie Mollis to a wrestling match?
I am challenging you.
Oh, my. Now it's a grudge match.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But with the excitement, I'm also excited about Spartan Madness. All that comes with a whole bunch of work. Busy week for me, but excited nonetheless.
Yeah, mine's I thought you were going to steal navy and white, and you kind of did. That's what I'm probably most looking forward to. But the second half of the football season getting underway as well is pretty exciting as the boys will travel to William Penn. They're 1-4 on the year, so I'm not saying this to put pressure on them, but they have to win out to match their 6-4 record from a year ago. Is that possible? Yes. Is it probable? Somewhere along the way, you may stub your toe a little bit, but it all starts on Saturday against William Penn. So, are we done? Done making fun of each other and everything? Or
I think so. I don't think I was making fun of you guys. You guys were making fun of me.
I never made fun of you.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's never
but-
happened ever on this podcast.
All right.
All right.
Let's wrap it up. That'll do it for the Spartan Up podcast for Jackson Bast and McKaylee Effin. I'm Kevin Paulus, and we'll talk to you next week on the Spartan Up podcast.
Good.